Honeybees! Happy New Year! Today I'm going to be talking about all the makeup products that I loved in 2014. I'm just going to get right into it because I know this might be a little bit long. I'm not going to go in any order. I'm just going to grab stuff out of my box here that I threw together. And I'm not going to really talk about them in detail because usually I should have mentioned every single item in here already in past favorites or in other videos. So first I'm going to talk about the most recent favorite. This was a favorite in November and December of this year. It's the Too Faced Everything Nice palette. I did do one tutorial so far. I will do another, and this just has it all. Beautiful, beautiful pigmented shadows, neutrals and jewel tone. Then you have the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, which was a favorite for me this year, and then two different blushes and a highlight. It's just an amazing, amazing kit. I wish this wasn't limited edition because I feel bad talking about it, but I had to mention it just because I'm really, really obsessed with it. And speaking of shadows, I had to give a shout out again to my ColourPop shadows. I have 6 so far, but I definitely want more in the new year. I'm really trying to be good though and use what I have this year, but my 2 very used and most loved this year of the ColourPop shadows were I Heart This, which is just that beautiful, kind of like a duochrome. It has like silvers and purples, and it's just a very unique color. Taupey shades, I'm not sure you're going to be able to see that, but it's so, so beautiful. These shadows are so soft and pigmented, and they last pretty well if you use a primer. And I just think they're absolutely so different and unique texture to them, and I love them. And the other one I really used a ton this year was Sequin, which is this beautiful rose gold. And just look at that, like the pigmentation is insane. They're just absolutely stunning. And they're only $5 a piece, and they're only sold online. Another standout eyeshadow for me in 2014 were the NARS Dual Intensity eyeshadows. This is in the shade Himalaya. And first of all, the packaging is absolutely beautiful. And these have amazing pigmentation, and they look absolutely gorgeous on the lids. So it's that one right there, and this is a really beautiful rose gold. And I've heard whispers that they're going to make a palette with these shadows in the new year, so I'm really, really excited about that. And these came out in 2014. If you haven't tried them, definitely buy one. They're a little expensive, but beautiful, beautiful quality. Another favorite of 2014 was my contour kit from Anastasia of Beverly Hills. Especially love the highlighting powders to set my under eye. I use the matte colors a lot. Even the shimmery highlight is really beautiful and soft. The bronzers are pretty, but they weren't my most reach for bronzer, but I did really enjoy this kit and suggest it. It is back in stock. A bronzer that I really loved this year was the It Cosmetics Radiance Ombre Bronzer. This is so, so beautiful. You have a highlight shade and a matte bronzer. I swirl it all together to give a really beautiful glow on the cheeks. I use this a lot in summer because it gives that really beautiful beachy glow. And I think it just looks really good on a lot of skin tones. You can just use the highlight, you can just use the bronzer, or swirl it together. It's awesome, and it's huge. It's like bigger than my hand almost. Like, that's crazy. I had to give these another mention. These are the Hourglass Ambient powders. I actually went through a whole one, like a full size, in the diffuse light. I love that powder, and I definitely want to repurchase it in the new year. But I have been using my palette from Hourglass with the Ambient powders more since I've used up that powder. I really like using the Dim Light all over the face, Incandescent, which is the limited edition shade in the center here. Beautiful on cheekbones, such a gorgeous glow. And then the Radiance Bronze kind of color here, I used on top of my bronzer, which I did use it today, to kind of diffuse that contour line. Beautiful, beautiful palette. And speaking of Hourglass, I also really, really love the blush palette that came out this year, and all of the Ambient blushes came out this year as well. They're absolutely stunning, amazing quality, give your cheeks that really gorgeous airbrushed glow, and it's very soft also, which just looks more natural and just beautiful. So really, really love these. Especially loved the coral shade in this palette, which is Incandescent Electra, and also really love Mood Exposure, which is the mauvier shade right here, for the fall and winter. They're all beautiful though. Two more highlights that I really love this year. The first is the Cover FX in Moonlight. I got a few people hooked on this one. It's so beautiful. It doesn't look as magical in pan, but oh buddy, when it's on the cheeks. It just looks so radiant but not overdone, which I really, really like. I don't think, highlights are so hard to swatch. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It's right on the top there. Absolutely beautiful. Give it a try. Cover FX is an amazing brand too. They're in my top 5. So I tried Becca products for the first time this year and fell in love with many of their products. But the one I wanted to mention in my top for 2014 is the Opal Highlight. I do have that on today. It's an incredible glow. This is a little bit more of a statement highlight. It's not going to be as subtle as others I mentioned, but it is just stunning. Whenever I wear this, people ask me what highlight I'm wearing. It's just so beautiful. You can just see, even in the pan, you can see how absolutely gorgeous it is. I'll try to swatch it to show you. Let's see. It's right there. And it does have more of that champagne kind of undertone. A few more blushes that I loved this year. The first is the NARS blush in Unlawful. It just released this year and it's absolutely beautiful. It never comes off as beautiful in camera for some reason. It has like a peachy pink with slight glitter, nothing that really comes off very heavy on the cheeks though. I use this a lot in summer and fall. And I mean, it's really an all year round blush though. It has the most beautiful glow to your cheeks without it being overdone. Again, kind of like a natural peachy pink. Also, this blush, the tone of it goes on so many skin tones. I use this a lot on clients at Sephora, so I might not have used it enough on my cheeks to show you guys on videos, but I did use it a lot on clients, and it just always is a go-to for me. Over Orgasm from NARS. I know, that's crazy, but it's another blush I used like crazy throughout the summer, fall, and winter. I keep reaching for this blush. It's the Parenza Schulzer blush from MAC. It was a limited edition. I'm sorry to mention limited edition products, but it's just really truly what I used a ton of in 2014. It has this beautiful gradient and it actually goes on my cheeks more pretty than when I swatch it for you, but I'll still swatch it so you can see. It's just a gorgeous peachy nude tone, and I just love kind of like peachy tones like this on my cheeks. They just really warm up my skin and give me that great glow. And last but not least for blushes are the Makeup Forever HD blushes. I have mine in like the Pro Pan. These are cream blushes, and usually I hate cream blushes, but these just go on so beautifully and blend like a dream. I use them a lot on clients as well. There's this blush here. Absolutely stunning. I've been obsessed with them the whole year of 2014. For primers, I really, really loved the Cover FX Mattifying Primer. This also has salicylic acid in it, so if you are acne prone, this will be great for your skin. It really does help keep me matte and keeps my foundation lasting all day. It's more of like a gel formulation. And then, let's just pause, because this primer will continue to be my holy grail. This is the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. I've used a ton. I'm not sure you'll be able to see, but there's like a good dip in it, and I'm really sad because I want it to last forever. This stuff makes your skin look absolutely flawless. It fills in all your pores and fine lines and makes your foundation look gorgeous and lasts all day. It actually has a slight scent to it, but I actually like the scent a lot, and it's just beautiful. If you haven't tried this, I've talked about it 1,000,001 times. Try it. Even just get a sample at Sephora. It's amazing. I have larger pores on my nose, and this is what I reach for all the time, even over my Professional, which was my holy grail from Benefit. Not anymore, guys. This is my new holy grail. For concealer, this is not going to be a surprise to any of you. It's the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm in the shade Vanilla. This stuff is absolutely beautiful. Again, I use it a ton on clients as well. Has great pigmentation, really brightens under my eyes, and lasts really well. I do always set it though with a translucent powder or a brightening powder, so I'm not really sure how to speak to it without a setting powder. With one though, it lasts very, very well. I also used up my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and that was a big holy grail staple in my collection this whole year, and can't wait to repurchase it. I'm just trying to use up some other concealers first. So for foundation, I'm always trying new ones, but one that I reached for over and over this year was the Jouer Matte Moisture Tint. You've heard me talk about this a lot throughout the year. It's oil-free, super matte, gives a great finish, lasts really well, like amazingly well through summer heat for me, and it just looks awesome. I love it, love it, love it. I am about probably 2/3 gone, so I'll be sad when I use this up. Really love that. For a powder foundation, I really loved the Laura Mercier Smooth Finish Foundation Powder, and I'm in shade number 5. This is a little too yellow for me currently. This was more of like summer, fall. Honestly, I probably could go a shade lighter, probably like a shade 4, because this is more golden. I'm a little more neutral. This powder is so full coverage, you don't even need another foundation if you don't want to, and it hides pores amazingly. I put this like, you know, on my nose when I feel like I need a touch up, and it's gorgeous. So I picked this up in January of 2014 and have used it very sparingly throughout the year, even though I love it so much because it is pricey, but I love it. For mascaras, I'm all over the place. I'm constantly using new ones, but one that I definitely had to give a shout out to is the Too Faced Better Than Sex. This is just a little mini sample that came with a palette for Christmas, but love, love, love this mascara for drama and really great volume. So if you haven't tried it, I definitely suggest it. Definitely one that I want always in my drawer to use. Love it, love it. 2 brow products that I couldn't stop using in 2014 were the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is a brow gel that has fibers in it, so it really kind of gives some fullness to your brows, gives color. There are 2 shades. I'm in the darker shade, and it's really good for lazy days when you don't want to really have to do your whole brow routine. You just want to fill in your brows quickly. I actually use this every day to fill in first and then define with my Tarte Brow Amazonian Clay Waterproof Brow Mousse. I'm in the medium brown. I can't believe I am still going strong with this baby because I use it every single day, wearing it today. Amazing long wear for me. I know some people had an issue with it not staying for them. I feel like one of my YouTube friends had said that before, but for me it works really, really well. I have to scrub my brows at the end of the day to get this sucker off. Amazing. I actually like this better than the Anastasia Dip Brow. It's a better color for me, and it's a little bit drier of a formula, so it doesn't like go everywhere when you put it on. The Anastasia one is very slippery, I feel like. I like this better. 2 liners that were my holy grail staples for the year were the Marc Jacobs, what are these called? The Highliner Gel Crayons, especially in this blacker shade. This stuff does not move if you put this in your waterline. I really like that they're retractable, and it's nice and black, really deep black. Love it. If you have a problem with waterline, try this one. And then for liquid liner, still my staple liner has been the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. Has more of a brush tip, really easy, nice and black. It's easy to do a cat eye with this. Love it. Even over the steel. Moving into lips. You guys know how much I love my lip products. I didn't have a ton of liners that I felt the need to mention on this, but one that I reached for a lot and thought was worth mentioning is the It Cosmetics Waterproof Nude Lip Liner Stain in Nude Light Medium. This thing is amazing. It does not move once you put it on, and it really does help with your lipstick not bleeding. And I just love, love, love these. Like, they do stay so well, more than any other lip liner, and they glide really easy. They also are retractable. I don't know if you can see that, but it is retractable. I guess I can do a little swatch. This is a little bit darker of a nude, so it works really well with defining my lip shape and giving more dimension to my nude lip lips. I also had to mention my very loved Maybelline new matte lipsticks that came out this year. So creamy, feel amazing on the lips, don't dry out your lips, and stay really nicely. I don't like the smell. It's probably the only thing I don't like. I'm wearing Touch of Spice today, but I also have Lust for Blush, Ravishing Rose, and Divine Wine. Absolutely stunning shades. Love them. During summer, I use this lipstick a ton. It's from Dose of Colors, and it's in Sorbet. Love the packaging that has the color on the bottom there. And this is just a gorgeous coral. Oh my goodness. It is more of like a satin formula, and it's just so pretty with a tan. Creamy formula, not too drying, really awesome. And last but not least are the Bite Beauty lipsticks. I love so many of them in so many different varieties, but the one that I used the most this year was the, what are these called? The Matte Creme Lip Crayons in Glacé. And this is just that really beautiful mauve-y brownish color, really beautiful darker nude. Definitely more of that like Kylie Jenner lip that was so popular this year, but it's also the color of the year. Oh yeah, buddy. So guess who's gonna be wearing this for months more, because it is so in right now and I love it so much. Lipsticks are not drying, they're super creamy, they don't have like a harsh scent to them, they feel amazing, and I just love everything to do with Bite Beauty. They are an all edible grade brand, so everything they put in their products is edible, and they only make lip products, and it's all by hand, which is incredible. If you haven't tried anything from Bite Beauty, you gotta. Okay, so that is it for my top 2014 makeup picks. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you again soon.